So, you're moving to Bali and you want to make sure you're well prepared. Well, in today's video, I want to go over the top 7 apps that are a must-have here in Bali and how they can best serve your needs. So, jumping right into it, starting off with number 1 and number 2, we have Grab
and Gojek.
These two apps are very similar to Uber if you're in North America, or like Skip the Dishes and these apps where you can order rides and you can order food. You can also order things like massages and cleaning on some of these apps. So they're great for just day-to-day use if you're ordering food to your house, or if you want a quick scooter ride or a car ride to the airport or to a beach. If you don't want to drive, they're great and they're super cheap. Compared to Uber, getting a driver on an app like Gojek or on Grab is super cheap. Now we wanted to have a little comparison of speed, so we've both ordered a meal. You've ordered it from Gojek and I've ordered it from Grab. So we're gonna see who shows up first.
A few moments later.
So I don't actually want to film this because I'm very competitive. And I was really hoping my guy would win, but
My guy did.
her food's here, mine's still being made at the restaurant. So I typically order with Grab, she typically orders with Gojek. The only reason I order with Grab is just because they have really good coupons, so oftentimes I can get like 20% off my food. Here's our guy.
Thank you.
You're very fast.
Yes, thank you.
Faster than Grab, yeah?
Thank you.
Zoe got her food from Gojek. My guy has just said he's arrived at the restaurant.
And you ordered yours before I did.
Like 30 seconds.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, well, anyways. Hers was weirdly quick. What Zoe wasn't telling you is she tried to scam the guy. She was supposed to give him 21,000 and she only gave him 11,000. So money here can be very confusing and can get to be a lot with these big numbers. So that actually brings me to my 3rd best app to have and kind of the 4th and 5th. Now, while I wait here, waiting for my food, as Zoe eats her burrito, I want to talk about the 3rd app that's a must-have here in Bali, which is Wise. The reason that Wise is such a needed app here is because a lot of bank cards and these things aren't accepted on other apps here. So it can be hard to use your credit card to pay for things online or even do things in person. So Wise is a great service where you can send money from your bank account back home into Wise. You can get paid into Wise if you're doing something online. It's basically like a super easy digital bank. I highly recommend it. Even if you're not in Bali, I still recommend having Wise. Also, Wise is great for transferring your home currency, whether that's USD, Canadian, Euro, whatever it is, into things like Indonesian rupiah at the lowest rates that I've ever seen. So if you're paying a landlord, if you're paying the person you're renting your scooter from, if you're paying somebody for a product that you buy here, it's super easy to transfer them using Wise, and usually transfers here take around 5 minutes. So Wise is just the best. Highly recommend it. Speaking of Wise, there's another great app that I want to show you, but I do want to show you something first beforehand. You can send money from Wise directly into Gojek, so you don't have to use cash when somebody comes to deliver something or you're getting a ride. The way you do so is by going into the Wise app, just like this. You press send, select international, select the amount that you need, then it'll bring you to your recipients page. Now, I already have an account, but to set up an account on here, you would select e-wallet and then just enter in your phone number that you have on Gojek. It's super easy to transfer money to your Gojek account, but unfortunately with Grab and some other apps in this list, it's not as easy as just going through Wise. And that brings me to my 4th recommended app to have here in Bali. So, the 4th app is called Ovo. Ovo is kind of similar to TransferWise in that it's a banking app. It's an e-wallet. Ovo is important because to use any of the other apps that I'm mentioning in this video other than Gojek, you'll need some sort of Indonesian e-wallet or bank account or to use cash. Now, most of us don't have an Indonesian bank account, and I don't recommend using cash all the time because ATMs are expensive, and it's not uncommon for an ATM here to be tapped and you can get your credit card details taken away, so I'd highly recommend using Ovo. Now, I send money to my Ovo e-wallet the same way I send money from Wise to Gojek. It's through the e-wallet function in Wise. I just use my phone number that I signed up for Ovo with, and it's quick and easy. Once your money is in Ovo, then you can use it to pay for things on all sorts of different Indonesian apps here and on websites. And I just got a notification, my food is finally here, so now I can eat. Zoe can't torture me anymore with her burrito, and we'll move on to my 5th most recommended app here in Indonesia, which you can also pay with Ovo.
Thank you. Terima kasih.
Now, chances are your Wi-Fi is not going to make it all the way out to the street when you're picking up your Taco Bell. So you're gonna need a phone plan. The best internet service plan that I've had here is by Telcom Cell. Now Telcom Cell is great, but if every month you have to drive to a telephone store and refresh it, it's very frustrating. So the #1 app that I'd recommend for this is the Telcom Cell app, where I use OVO to pay for my plan anytime that my data runs out. I can be on the street, I can be anywhere, and I can just re-top it up with the app, which is super easy and convenient. You'll never get stuck somewhere without service. You can always top it up in a dire need, and you're not using any cash. Now, one of the most used apps in all of North America has to be Amazon. But although Amazon does do international shipping into Indonesia, those rates are super expensive because they don't have warehouses here in Indonesia. Shipping all the way from North America or Europe to Indonesia is not practical, especially if you just want to buy something little, like new cutlery or whatever it is. So that's why I'd recommend using the 6th app on this list, which is Tokopedia. Tokopedia is basically like the Southeast Asia version of Amazon / Alibaba. There's so many cheap goods on Tokopedia. You're getting everything directly from factories. You're able to buy things for like $2, $3, things that would normally cost a lot more in North America because they're probably being shipped from this side of the world anyways, so you get them from cheaper being over here. Now Tokopedia does not take international credit cards just like these other apps, so you'll have to use something like OVO to connect to Tokopedia and purchase your goods that way. I've actually been really surprised with how great Tokopedia has been with shipping. Most of my goods do usually arrive within 3 or 4 days. I think the longest I ever had was 10 days, and that was expected because I chose a slower shipping option. But the shipping options on Tokopedia for the most part are super cheap. I'd say your average shipping rate is around $3, and you'll see little logos on products saying Bebas Ongokir. My Indonesian could use some work, so don't judge me on that, my Indonesian followers. But this means either free or fast shipping. So if you just choose one product, that product is eligible for free and fast shipping, so I'd highly recommend selecting that at checkout. Now the 7th and final app that I want to recommend is for those of us who are too lazy or too busy, let's go too busy, to go out and get our own groceries. This app is called Happy Fresh. It's a delivery service where you can order groceries from all the local supermarkets and have it delivered to your house really quickly and easily. I don't use it too much because I don't find myself needing groceries at my house. I usually just order food or go out for food. But when I do want a snack or I do want something specific and I'm busy working on something and I have to have it delivered, Happy Fresh is the way to go. I have found sometimes that if you order late in the day, you can't get the delivery for that same day, so that can be inconvenient. But you can pay with OVO, just like the other apps, and the price of delivery and the prices of the food are amazing. Honestly, I've seen deals on Happy Fresh that are cheaper than even going to the grocery store, and the delivery sometimes is even free, so I don't know how they're making money, but saves me money. I'm happy with it. Highly would recommend. Now, that brings me to the end of the list of the best apps to have here in Bali. I'm gonna go eat my taco bowl finally. If you guys liked the video, make sure to go give it a like, subscribe. I'll be making more videos just like this on my channel, teaching you about how to live in Bali, what it's like, what it costs. So if you guys wanna see something specific, let me know in the comments down below. Go check out my Instagram. That's about it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.